Hi, I'm Michael Halprin, CEO of Apogee IT Services, and welcome to the fifth installment on our video blog series on world-class IT. In our first installment, we talked about what it takes to build a world-class IT department, staffing, the processes, the tools, the infrastructure, and the management focus that you need to build and manage that kind of a function. Then we talked about the most important part, the team, because any organization is only as good as its people. Last time we talked about processes, because having good people is one thing, deploying them in a way that allows them to be efficient and effective is something else. As we talked about the processes last time, we mentioned some of the tools that it takes to ensure that the processes are followed and executed well. Today we're going to talk in more detail about the systems and tools that it takes to deliver world-class IT. Now at a high level, your tools do three things. First, they let you know that something needs to be done. Second, they provide your team with the information that they need to dig into the issue and determine how to resolve it. Third, they need to track exactly what the team has done, both at a micro level, what was this issue and how do we resolve it, and at a macro level, how are we spending our time over a longer period of time and what kind of issues seem to be the ones that come up the most often. So let's talk about those tools. First, a world-class IT department has remote monitoring and management tools, what we call RMM. This is proactive alerting that lets you know if something critical in the environment changes. It also gives our techs the ability to access systems remotely and securely so that they can resolve issues without having to go on site. Now, that's really important. Resolving issues remotely is critical to the efficiency of an IT department. It's the only way that an IT department can become world-class. So there are many different kinds of systems out there for RMM, and installing them is pretty easy. What isn't easy is setting up those systems so that they only notify you of the things that you care about, but they never miss the things that you care about. It takes months, years of diligent effort in order to implement effective RMM systems and keep them effective for the long term. So we've got an RMM system and it says, hey, there's an issue. So now there's two kinds of information that the techs need in order to take action. The first is the documentation of the overall environment. What are the devices that are out there? What are their configurations? If this involves a third party, like maybe an ISP, well, who is that and how do I contact them? What's our account number so that we can get support? All of that needs to be documented before incidents start to happen. The second piece of information the techs need is detailed information about how specific devices are performing. How are they behaving? Are they constrained? What changed? And that change is important because remember the last time we talked about most issues result not because something broke, but because something changed. Finally, we need to be able to track what it is that our techs are doing, and that requires a ticketing system. The ticketing system keeps track of every incident. What kind of an issue was it? Was it a desktop? Was it something in the network? Was it an application? So in the ticketing system, we track what happened, what action did we take, and what was the final resolution. In addition to that, we need to track all of our action, all of our communication to the end user, and the time that it took to resolve it. Now that gives us two benefits. First, if another issue pops up in the same area, we can look quickly and find out what we did, that is, what we changed, the last time we touched it. That's that micro view. The second thing is we're able to run reports across all of our tickets over time. That's that macro view. And what that does is it enables us to learn things that allow us to become more proactive and more efficient. That's how you get to be world-class. At Apogee IT Services, we've made significant investments in our tools over the years. We have monitoring systems that capture data on an ongoing basis, so that if anything goes out of normal parameters, we know about it. Right now, we have over 12,000 sensors at work across our entire customer base, tracking what's happening across all those devices and in all those environments. Our monitoring tools allow us to quickly and easily see how a device or an environment behaves over time. It gives us an immediate picture of what normal looks like, and that's critical when you're trying to determine what changed. Our documentation system is part of our secret sauce. It's unique to Apogee. I've worked with dozens of managed service providers over the years, and I can tell you nobody does documentation like Apogee. It starts with the onboarding of every new client, where we may spend as much as 40 hours just documenting that client's environment. Our ticketing system is the heart of everything we do. We're meticulous about capturing all that information, tracking activity, and recording the data about exactly what it is that we've done. That lets us to implement proactive changes that enable us to deliver the outstanding level of service that Apogee clients have come to expect. Together, our tool set represents a tremendous investment. Yeah, the tools themselves cost money, but it's nothing compared to the thousands of hours that we've invested over the years in developing these tools. It's an investment and a result that even enterprise organizations would be proud to match. Virtually no small medium business would have the bandwidth or the skill to match what our clients get every day. It's a big piece of the Apogee difference. Our tools are a critical component of our service delivery platform, but underlying that is an even deeper infrastructure, and that's what we're going to talk about the next time. The facilities, the technology, the standards, and the resilience that it takes to deliver world-class IT. In the meantime, feel free to view the other installments of this video blog series, to peruse our website, or just give us a call at 844-927-6433. Thanks for tuning in.